So to make sure if the server is connected, we make sure the setting server for the network adapter 1 is connected to NT and adapter 2 is connected to internet network. For client setting, we make sure that for the network, adapter 1 is connected to the internet network. Okay, so we'll be opening the terminal for both server and client. Okay, so for server, to check if the server is already connected, we use ping 8282.8.8.8 to make sure if the server is already connected to the internet, and to check if the server is already connected to the internal server, we use ping. Okay, so it shows that it's already connected to the internet server. So for the client, we use ping 192.168.1.254 to show if the client is already connected to the internet server to server. So we will see the IP address. So it shows that the IP address is 192.168.1.10. So it shows that it's already connected. So we will check for the server 1 for IP address for the server. So okay, so the same IP address, and before all of this, we configure the server. So we use sudo nano /etc. We use sudo nano /etc/networks/interfaces. So it's already show that the endpost 8, so for the address is already same, so we default by that. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurul Wahidah binti Rizwan, and this is my demo for SFTP service. So first thing, on the left side, I show that SSH service are running. Now I check that the SSH service running, so SFTP can work. And then on the right side, I log in to SFTP using the SFTP user, and after entering the password, I can access the SFTP server. In that SFTP server, I upload a file to the server using the put command, and then this show the upload function is working correctly. And then I use a get command for a download file. Then this proof the download function is working. In conclusion, SFTP service is successfully configured and tested. File upload, download are working correctly. That is the end for my demo. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Najwa. So this is to demonstrate how to configure a web server using Apache 2. First, I'm updating the system, and then I'm installing the Apache 2 web server and the UFW firewall service. This is to view the app list. Now we need to secure the server. I am configuring the firewall to allow OpenSSH for remote access. And the www traffic for the web server. Then I need to check the status to confirm these rules are active. It is inactive. So next I verify the Apache service is running correctly. Okay, now it's active, running. So this is important to ensure the web server starts up automatically every time the computer boots. Right. Now enable. Since we don't have a real DNS server for this local test, I'm editing the host file. So I'm mapping our server's IP address. So I'm mapping our IP address to the domain name ublue.com. So this will tell the system that this IP address belongs to our custom domain. Now I'm creating a dedicated directory for our website files inside /var/www. Now I will also change the ownership to the current user. Okay. Now I'm setting the permissions to 755. This is to ensure the web server has the correct permission to read and serve our file. So I'm creating a simple index HTML file to test the site. I will add the title. And a simple heading that says successful hosting is successful. Then if we see this message later in the browser, we know everything is working. I'm creating a virtual host configuration file for ublue.com. Here I define the server name. And the document root to point to the directory we just created. This tells Apache exactly where to look when someone requests this website. So finally I enable our new set configuration. Now the syntax is okay. So since the syntax is okay, I restart the Apache service to apply all our change. Now I'm going to test in the Firefox. Blue. Okay. Now I'm going to test in the client server. So I add the IP address in the host for client and our custom name ublue.com. Now I'm going to test in the Firefox for client. So as you can see, the configuration is complete and the server is ready to host our custom domain. Thank you.
So right, my name is Nurul. So I will explain about database. The database server is a computer system that provides other computers with services related to accessing and retrieving data from database. It follows the client-server architecture, where the server stores the data and the client requests it via a network connection. For this project, we implemented MariaDB, which is one of the open source certification database management system. It is a community developed of MySQL and is widely used on Linux system for its reliability and performance. The goal of this task was to configure the virtual Linux server to host the database that can be securely accessed and queried by virtual Linux client over the internet. So first of all, we install the MariaDB server in server. So we use sudo apt update, and then we put sudo apt mysql server -y. After the installation, we will secure the installation by using the mysql_secure_installation. This script was run to improve security. Then we will do the network configuration, where we will bind the address. So the bind address, we will change the IP address to 000 to a 0.0.0.0 to accept remote connection. Then we will create database named BITS1213-DB. It was created for the project. We create user name BITS_user and granted privileges to access the database from the client network. So in client, we will install the MariaDB. Then we will test the connection by using. We will test the connection on client. For the database server, we use command mysql -u BITS_user -h 192.168.1.254 So after we already verified the connection, we will write the SQL which show database, and then it will show the database that already created in the server. Then we will show the table in the database by the first SQL we use BITS1213-DB. Then we will use show database for it. That's all for database in Linux. So right, my name is Nurul. So I will explain about database. The database server is a computer system that provides other computers with services related to accessing and retrieving data from database. It follows the client-server architecture, where the server stores the data and the client requests it via a network connection. For this project, we implemented MariaDB, which is one of the open source certification database management system. It is a community developed of MySQL and is widely used on Linux system for its reliability and performance. The goal of this task was to configure the virtual Linux server to host the database that can be securely accessed and queried by virtual Linux client over the internet. So first of all, we install the MariaDB server in server. So we use sudo apt update, and then we put sudo apt mysql server -y. After the installation, we will secure the installation by using the mysql _secure _installation. This script was run to improve security. Then we will do the network configuration where we will bind the address. So the bind address, we will change the IP address to 000 to a 0.0.0.0 to accept remote connection. Then we will create database named BITS1213-DB. It was created for the project. We create user name BITS_user and granted privileges to access the database from the client network.